Hello everyone and welcome to the intro portion of this video. In this portion of the video we go over our stats, bread and butter combo, and setup, and also text for the rest of the video so you're not confused on what I'm doing and stuff like that. But yeah, so let's get right into it. So first, as you can see here, I got Cupid's Battle Axe, Gura, and Cyborg. Now obviously the main focus here is Cupid's Battle Axe because I want to show how of an underrated weapon it is. And Gura and Cyborg are just here because they're like two of the probably the best fighting styles and fruits for PvP. But yeah, so let's get into our skills real quick. So I got 110 stamina, 600 defense, 65 devil fruit, 1000 sword, and 100 fighting style. So my thought process here was you really don't need that much stamina at all. I don't think I got close to even running out a single time. I think the lowest I got was 100. So you could probably just go 100 in stamina. 600 defense because you want over 2000 health, of course. And then here I only went 65 devil fruit because I already have an ult with my Cyborg. And if I got the Gura ult, that's like more points I could probably put into sword or defense. Plus Blast Clutcher is really useless. And since you don't have a lot of stamina, having two ults is kind of a bit much. Because you'll probably run out faster if you use both of them and stuff. Especially if I see people spamming Blast Clutcher a lot with Gura. And they'll have like 700 stamina, but they'll just burn through it all. Because Blast Clutcher takes a lot of stamina and it's completely useless. Because it barely does any damage. People can PB it pretty easily. And if you block break somebody, I'm pretty sure you can't even hit them before they hit the ground and they're out of stun. So yeah, I'd recommend, unless you really want the ult, don't go over Head Crusher or the Z or over 65. And then obviously 1000 in sword, because this does count as like a heavy or medium weapon, so it has really high M1. So you want to have good scaling with it. So I use 69 and M1, almost 70, which is pretty good. And then like your E move does 100 damage, and then obviously your combo extender. It's not really something you need damage for, but it does 50 as well, so it's pretty nice. And for Cyborg, remember like I was saying earlier, I got up to the ult and everything. Obviously you don't want to be using the flight or missile shower, because you can see they take a lot of stamina just by using them a little bit, and they're completely useless. So unless you're trying to like go above an ult or something, or like trying to really catch somebody, you don't really have a use for either of them. Then obviously you have Laser Pulsar, which is one of the best guard breaks in the game, and Shock Punch, which is again one of the best guard breaks in the game, and it's also a pseudo combo extender, which is pretty nice. And you have probably the best counter in the game. This or like inverted counter is probably the best, but I like this one just because how long the cutscene is. And yeah, it's like really good for starting combos, of course. Alright, so now let's get into the bread and butter combo real quick. So the few things to note about this is that you want to use Head Crusher last because it dazes, which is nice. And while you're during the Head Crusher animation, because this it gives 7 seconds of stun, which is nice. You have your Cyborg moves and your Cupid Battle Axe extender both cooling down during that. So the reason why you want to use that last is because it dazes, so they can't evasive at the end, which is really nice. So you get a free few extra hits, and your other combo extenders are counting down during the animation, which is pretty nice. So yeah, you want to use that last, and then I'd recommend using your Cyborg combo extender first, even though it is the hardest one to hit technically. Alright, so here's the bread and butter combo for you guys. So you want to start off with your Cyborg E, like this. You can Afro Dash or White Walk. I'll probably do a little bit of both here. And then Afro Dash into there. And then Afro Dash into that. So one thing to note about this combo is that I don't think it's fully optimized. Like you obviously can't get 5 more M1s off of that, which is I mean, you could always just go less sword if you don't want to have it like that, but the combo really works really well most of the time. People don't evasive till the very end, which is cool. But I don't think it is fully optimized, which kind of sucks. But one other thing to note about this combo is all the old weapons like Trident and obviously Cupid's Battle Axe, if you try to White Walk with them, they have really bad like behind you hitboxes. Like you see, I would be hitting if I had like, here, let's see, I'll choose another weapon real quick. Like Blood Scythe is a big ass weapon here. Oops. If I had like this kind of weapon, you'd be able to hit them like really far into their hitbox. But with Cupid's Battle Axe and like Neptune's Trident, your backwards hitbox for these kinds of weapons are like really small for some reason. So remember to always, like, you gotta get accustomed to them, because the newer weapons have bigger backwards hitboxes, which is kind of weird. But obviously these are dummies, so it's not really a good demonstration. If I had like another person here, it'd be better. But yeah, that's just something to know. So yeah, that's the bread and butter combo. I'll show you some text real quick. Like I was saying earlier about the setup, you have really good guard breaks, and your decimation is also an insta guard break, which is nice. Another thing you can do if you're not confident in afro dashing, you can't up tilt into the R for this, because they fall. They don't fall too fast. They don't have enough stun, so your M1s don't reset. So basically, if you're not confident doing that, you can just do 4 M1s and do that. That's not completely true, as you can see, there was like a little hole there, but nobody's ever gotten out of it for me, so yeah, I guess try and do that, because I think it does have slight hyper armor. I don't know, I might be wrong though. And of course you have your self-repair. You'll see me using it in between stocks. I don't use it all the time if I want to be respectful, but yeah, just use it if you want to get like really high elo. Same thing with your machine gun blows. You can also up tilt into that. It is a bit less reliable though, because they can sometimes be so high up in the air when you do that you can't hit them on their way down, which kind of sucks. Like I was talking about earlier, you also have your shock punch, which, as I said, was a pseudo combo extender. If you up tilt into it, hit them downwards, that does combo extend, but they can PB it if they know what they're doing and they're on their own ping. So yeah, I'd recommend that, or I'd recommend watching out for that. And then decimation is also a really good combo under. So yeah. And if you wanna, you could also do this with the Cyborg ult. You hit him up in the air and shock punch, and that combo extends. If you want to mix it up, I guess, or if you just want to use your ult, that's what I'll usually do. But yeah, so I think that's it for the intro segment. If you guys did enjoy this part of the video, please drop a like down below and subscribe. I also like to thank my crew, God Race. We are a Marine-only crew, but you can change back to Pirate once you join if you want to. And all you gotta do is farm Infamy, like, kind of reliably, and you'll get in. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.